Hello. I'm just gonna go through my clothes and really pare down on things. I also wanted to debrief this week. Okay, which one of these socks do I like better? So I'm having car problems. Again, as always. Ooh, look what I found. That'll be loopy as hell. These are just like maybe a little old. Maybe that's my problem. And it's ginger. Like, I love ginger, but sometimes it's just not right for me. Anyways, car problems. What's going on with my car? I had my boyfriend help me try to fix it the other day. Spent 6 hours on it. I feel so bad for my baby, for my boy, and my car. Basically, I need to get a new bearing. My dad said, that's a pretty easy job. Sent me a YouTube video on what I needed. And we watched it and I was like, yeah, that does kind of look easy peasy. But literally like every single nut, every single bolt we had to take off was like rusted as shit, and it would take us like an hour to get to the next step. When we got to the final step, taking the bearing off and putting the shiny new brand new bearing on there and then throwing everything together, that did not happen. The bearing would not budge. Since we've been hammering and whacking, we cannot get the tire back on. So my car is a little peg-legged little baby car right now. Apparently, there's these things called a mobile mechanic. I don't know if you have them where you are, I'm sorry, but where I am, we have them. Let's check on Gizmo, okay, this morning, you guys? He's been in this coconut since yesterday. Gizmo! Hey, buddy. Hey, are you okay? I think I'm going to move this dragon tail into this pot. Plant this into maybe like this pot. Wow. Gently, as if you're just like, I don't know, just like gently brush up any roots that might look bad. This is a good root. Stick it in your new pot. I got some like wood chips at the bottom there, and I'm just gonna cover it here till dirt. Don't like over cover it. For plants like this specifically, each plant is different, so you don't take this for every plant, but plants like this, because they have a stalk, the reason why you don't want to put the dirt like up to here per se is because then when you water it, this part of the stalk is just sitting in water and it's just gonna make it soggy, and that's how this will happen. Like a squishy, dead stalk. And with these guys, you also don't water them a lot. You just give it like a cup of water. As much as my coffee cup, maybe, of water. Once a week, maybe every other week actually. Our roommate's cat ate all the little like pieces. It's okay if your pet eats these. I actually started to look up things that are like, what's toxic to pets. Working in a greenhouse, I find that is the biggest question ever. A lot of plants aren't like deadly to pets, and if they are, they would have to eat a lot of it. Usually if something's toxic, like lilies can be dangerous symptoms and lead to death from kids. Can cause increased salivitations and diarrhea, vomiting, abnormal heartbeat, or seizures. Okay, so I guess some plants are a little skippy if you're nervous. But dude, I don't know, if you have plants and a pet, what I would recommend is just like putting shelves up high, but then it's harder for you to water them. Oh, do hangy plants. Those might be nice. That's like a good option. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, because looking it up online, it really seems like plants are deadly to pets. But then, like, when's the last time you've heard of a dog dying because they ate a philodendron? Like, I've never seen. I feel like that would be a viral post on Facebook once a year, that this pet died from eating this houseplant. Please remember to look at your pets and your plants. I feel like there would be a PSA about that if it was like deadly, you know? If pets are dropping because of houseplants, we would know, I think. I don't know, but I don't want to like steer people to start like buying houseplants and then causing this big thing of everybody's pets are dying. My rant is over. Let me pop this. Yeah. I tried to pack it down as tight as possible too. But yeah, so it's cute. New home. Yay. Okay. So any plants that you repot, you want to water them right away. But this guy is gonna be fun. This one was doing really bad at the greenhouse, so they let me take him home and try to care for him. And immediately after just repotting and giving him some water, these stems just grew like crazy. Like there's no leaves, just stems. And it kind of bugs me. I kind of want to cut them and try making propagations, but it makes me so scared. I went to the railroad track and I got some that I'd like. This part is going to be a little tricky because this guy is so big. If you guys have any more like questions and stuff, let me know. So I kind of discussed pets and plants, but I don't think I really helped. I think it's just such a touchy topic and it affects people's pets, so I don't want to be advertising for something that seems skeptical on the internet. And there's not like, I've tried to look up evidence of like pets dying and I can't find anything. It's all just like information about which plants are not good. And I'm like, okay, but what's the statistics? Apparently maybe like 25 or 28% of pet poison calls are because of houseplants. But then it doesn't like say if any of them have died or anything. I don't know. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Moss pulls. Do I recommend moss pulls? Yes I do. Yes I do. Because their little roots can go into the moss pole and you can like spray it so the roots attach better, and that just helps the plant in so many ways. I like to think those aerial roots, if you develop those aerial roots, it just makes your plant stronger. Also, plants love haircuts. It's so scary to like think about. How is this looking? Kind of actually looks really cool. I thought this wasn't gonna look that cool. Look at how stinking long these are. Do I cut them? I'm so scared. Chopping this long thing into like a bunch of pieces and trying to propagate them all sounds fun. But I wouldn't even know what to do with all these dragon tail plants I might have soon. So if you guys want a dragon tail plant, she is just so cute. Right, Jack? Isn't this plant so cute? See, the pot he was in was just way too shallow. If you do pot things in a bigger pot, you don't have to fill the entire pot with dirt. Like, you can plant it low in there because a lot of plants don't like being potted in too big of a pot. You want to pot them in a tighter pot to develop the roots and go bigger and bigger as you go. What's next? I have this plant stand outside and it came with all these, but I'm not a fan. I don't like plastic. I want to try to do an ASMR. I don't know. I love like an ASMR, like, but I don't like it when it's too much. There's a point where I'm like, okay, stop. This guy, I don't think he's doing too hot in this. I think he wants a small pot. Like, very, very small. I'm gonna maybe put a couple of my nice little rocks on the bottom, so he... Even though it is a hole, sometimes I still like to add a little bit of rocks. I really just want to try my best with the drainage. If he's not pulling out, just dig around the border of the pot and just like keep doing that until it starts to loosen. Okay, so what do roots mean? Because you look at him and you're like, ooh, brown, ooh, that's root rot. But I don't know, he's got new white roots. That's a good sign. Again, don't plant dirt over the roots to where the plant comes. I wouldn't plant it. I wouldn't add dirt like up to here. I would try to keep the dirt level with where the roots start. I think I'm gonna repot these two together. What are some other tips? With plants, I feel like there's a tell to when they need water, and if you just like watch your plants and figure that out within yourself, this will make a lot more sense. So avoid watering for a while and then like eyeball your plants and be like, what seems to happen? Like, maybe take some notes. You can make this like a little science experiment. You can't see the difference from being dry and wet. I would avoid watering all your plants for a little over a week if you want to study this, and take a picture of all of them and then water them, and then take another picture of all of them after like the next day. Compare those pictures and also just be like, okay, these are the signs. This picture, he's looking really droopy. The color changes in plants. Like for spider plants, I notice they get a little more grayer, like a light tealy blue versus like that bright green. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Like, I used to water all my plants every day. Well, not every day. Once a week on the day. Like, I had a Monday or something specific. And that day I would, no matter what, take all my plants and water them. because I hated sticking my finger in the dirt and seeing if it was wet. I don't know why. I had like these plastic plastic cups that you put your plant in, and I had like a stack of them, and I would put them all out and put all my plants in them, and I would bottom feed them, I think, or I would just like water them and let them soak in that water for a little bit, and then I would put them on like a towel, and then I would move them back to their spots in my apartment. And that process was so much, like it would take me a long time to water all my plants, and they just weren't really the happiest that way either. I don't think it really helped. Now my process is learning about each of the plants, the signs, just like avoid watering, like skip a week if I need to. I don't need to water them every week. I thought that was kind of mandatory. No, you don't. Just skip a week here and there is okay. Like your plants will be fine. They would rather get like really dried out and then like be really happy again, I think, versus like just like getting pounded on by water and like not getting the time to dry. If you feel like you have been overwatering, I recommend putting your plants like outside and letting them dry out if it's not gonna rain, and like in the sun maybe for a little bit. Find a spot that they'll get some shade outside too, like don't put them in the middle of the yard. Let me know if you do the experiment, if it helps you. That way you can just watch your plants versus not knowing the signs. Look at those beautiful roots though. I'm trying to think of thumbnails. This guy is sick. I love that. It's 11:28 right now. I wanted to talk about the sun. 11:30 and the sun is directly coming in. This is direct sunlight. Direct. A lot of plants don't like the direct sunlight, especially during 11 to 2. So just keep an eye on like what time your plant is or the sun is hitting your plants, and if you notice it's during 11 to 2 and your plants are getting a little burnt, try to find a spot that is not getting hit by the sun during that time. This is indirect light. I think that is super confusing. Even like for me, when I'm at the market and people are asking what type of light a plant likes, and I say indirect, it sounds like put it in direct light rather than like indirect. I hate the phrase so much. I feel like it messes people up, and I want to help. So what I always say, all the lights are off. There's no lights in here, and it's pretty bright. This is a bright room. Over there it's obviously more shaded, but that's still getting hit with the sun. It's still getting hit. It bounces off of everything around it. And also it's like, if it wasn't getting sun, it would be dark night dark out. It would be dark, nighttime dark out right now over here. Turn off all the plants. Turn off all the lights in your place and see where is it still like decently bright and it's still getting hit with the sun. My camera's about to die. I gotta go change my battery. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed my little plant care. I have a lot more tips and stuff like that too, so if you have questions, let me know. I filmed a whole nother part to this video. It's not that long. I might do an update as well in that, so I don't know, just let me know if you have any extra questions. I can hopefully answer that. That'll be in the next couple of weeks, because next week's video I am way too excited to wait. I was gonna try to keep my plant videos together, but no, I'm sorry, I'm way too excited. We went camping and it's just a cute little fun video, and I'm almost done editing it, so that one is gonna be next week's video. The week after will be a plant update, so if you have questions, I might be able to answer them. I don't know.